Alright YouTube, want to see what Coca-Cola Life tastes like? Stay tuned! Alright everybody, welcome back. Well, I just got done with a long day at the office, and one of the things that I really enjoy doing when I get home from the office is I like to sit down here in my rocking chair, lean back, and enjoy a brew. Of any type of brew, really. And today's a special brew. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Coca-Cola Life. That's what I'm talking about. I just found out about this. Let me get down here so you guys can see this a little closer. Coca-Cola Life. Comes in, currently right now, the only version I've been able to find is a 6-pack of glass bottles found whatever retailer that, well, sells the glass Coke. Coca-Cola's been coming out with these glass Coke bottles for quite a long time. It's a 6-pack of 8-ounce bottles. Looks just like this. You know, your standard, Coca-Cola style bottle. And yeah, when I found out about it, I knew when I went shopping the other day that I had to sit down and see if I could find it. So I did, and I'm a little disappointed that so far the only version of it is in this glass bottle format, because you're paying a little bit of a premium here. The Coca-Cola six-pack here costs anywhere from $4 to $5 usually for a 6-pack. And it doesn't matter whether you're buying the Life version or you're buying the regular red version, the original version, you're paying just about that much no matter what as far as this goes. So what is Coca-Cola Life? Well, Coca-Cola Life is a Coke version of Coke that has been sweetened with cane sugar and stevia. So rather than just cane sugar, which is all in all I believe better than your standard high fructose corn syrup as far as all that goes, it's sweetened with stevia, which is a natural sweetener, unlike aspartame like you find in your diet and whatnot. And while also being natural, it has a little bit better taste and everything, and well, it's for people who shouldn't necessarily have sugar or want something lower calorie but has similar flavor to the original, pretty much is what it goes with. And it's sweetened with cane sugar and stevia. So let's look over the nutrition facts here on this. So serving size is 1 bottle, as you would be expecting. Calories is 60 calories. I'll put down here what the normal calorie count is for a glass bottle of Coke, because I don't have one here to tell you guys. Total fat, 0 grams. Sodium, 25 milligrams, which is actually kind of small for Coke, to be honest. Total carbohydrates, 16 grams. And that is basically all in sugar of 16 grams. So it's 16 grams of sugar, total of 60 calories. Which is actually really, really nice. Usually there's a lot more sugar than there is in here. Now, granted, yeah, you're still getting 16 grams worth of sugar in one of these little bottles. So this isn't exactly like purely sweetening it with stevia. It is using some sugar in each of these. And it's using cane sugar, which tastes a bit sweeter on its own. And what I found is, me personally, I actually use stevia extract, pure stevia extract, to make Kool-Aid. I recently had a potential scare for diabetes. I've been drinking lots of Kool-Aid and whatnot, and let's just say my blood sugar levels were really, really high. I pretty much had candy blood. and that's not a good thing. So, you know, to try and do better for my health, I tried to cut back on the sugar, but I really still like sweet things, and I love sweet drinks. I love Kool-Aid, and to be honest, I had recently just bought a whole bunch of Kool-Aid, a whole bunch of sugar, stocked up and whatnot, and not being able to drink that just didn't sound right to me. So I went out and tried to find recipes for Stevia and Kool-Aid, and one of the best ones I found, actually, you still use a little bit of sugar. For every quarter teaspoon of stevia extract, pure stevia extract that you use, not the stevia that you buy in the store that comes where they say just if it's 1 cup of sugar, it's 1 cup of stevia. No, it's the type where it's pure stevia that you're putting in there. For every quarter teaspoon of that, you put in a tablespoon of sugar. Now, when I make a batch, I make 2.5 gallons at a time, times 3. So I like 3 different flavors, 2.5 gallons at a time from each flavor. When I do that, I don't need all 5 of those to do it. So I wind up still using a whole heck of a lot less sugar. I mean, normally I'd be putting in 5+ cups of sugar into this concoction, and now the amount of sugar and stevia altogether barely equals 1/4 cup. So a lot less sugar that I'm getting from that. And the same goes for this. So when I heard about this, I had to pick it up, had to go give it a try. So today, this is my brew, Coca-Cola Life. Let's pop her open and see what she tastes like. I always like to keep one of these here near the refrigerator, but since I'm not at the fridge, I've got it out here. So yeah. Typical top here. These you can usually twist off, but I'm an old schoolie. I still like to pop the top off with a bottle opener. So, you know, overall, yeah, this is, you know, 8 ounces of Coca-Cola, 35% fewer calories than regular old Coca-Cola, and yeah, it comes with, you can get your standard cash refund, you know, based off a deposit and whatnot all on this. Carbonated water, you know, all the fun stuff. So, well, let's give her a try. It's Coke. Yeah, it is Coke. It's definitely got a slightly different flavor profile to your standard Coca-Cola. This definitely has a slightly different flavor to it. I can't exactly taste the stevia in it, and I can't actually taste the sugar in it either. This resembles fairly closely to Coke de Mexico. If you've ever had a chance to try Coke de Mexico or Mexican Coca-Cola, one of the cool things about Mexican Coca-Cola they sell in the stores, it is made with pure sugar rather than high fructose corn syrup. Also, little beknownst to a lot of people, if you go down to the Atlanta area, you know, Atlanta, Georgia, that's where Coke's based, and they actually use regular sugar in the Coke that they distribute around there. So Coke tends to taste a little bit better around there than it does everywhere else because, well, it's using actual sugar and not corn syrup. Personally, I prefer sugar over top of corn syrup any day. And, yeah. It doesn't have any of the weird, bitter afternotes that aspartame usually has, you know, for a diet soda. It very, very, very similarly resembles actual Coca-Cola. Now, I haven't tried a whole lot of different Coca-Cola brands and different types of Coca-Cola. I know they've got, you know, Coke Free, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, all of that stuff. And well, I've tried Diet Coke and I've tried Coke Free, or not Free, Coke Zero. Sorry, I've tried both of those, and they both have that weird aspartame aftertaste. They kind of taste like Coke, but just not as sweet, not as nice as you would originally consider it to be. Whereas this pretty much almost tastes like Coke to me. Yeah. The mixture using corn syrup, or not corn syrup, using cane sugar and stevia, I think really works. For a drink that I can get that's only 60 calories total, it's nice, using quite a lot less sugar than I would normally get out of a standard Coke from pretty much anywhere you go to. That's really nice. Overall, I would say I'm not sacrificing a lot on the flavor profile for going with this. The only thing I'm really sacrificing is the cost. After all, I can usually pick up a 2 liter of Coke for $1, if not less than $1, depending on whether or not I go find it on sale, or you can get a 24 pack for like $5 or even less sometimes. So, one 6-pack of 8 ounces, not even the 12-ounce cans, 6 8-ounce bottles is quite a bit more expensive. But if I'm wanting to go for a treat, wanting to go for something that's better for me as a treat for Coke, as far as Coca-Cola and whatnot goes, using a carbonated soda, I think this is pretty much on the mark. Coca-Cola Life is actually pretty good. So, quite honestly, I would recommend this. As far as flavor profile and everything goes, I'd say it's about an 8 out of 10 as far as trying to fully mimic Coke. The original Coca-Cola flavor. It's about 8 out of 10, really. It's not quite Coke, but also not on the diet end. So, I mean, if you are looking for something that's better for you and not diet, this is definitely something to definitely check out. And I just had to try it again. This is actually pretty good. Overall, with price, quantity, and everything going in there, I'd say this is probably a 6 out of 10 if I'm factoring in price. But if you are looking for an alternative to Coke, but you still like Coke, you're looking for an alternative to the sugary Coke, something to treat yourself every once in a while, and if you're diabetic, sometimes sweet drinks are kind of nice to go with. This is a potential alternative. If you're trying to count calories, also another good use for this as well. So I would recommend this, and I will probably continue to buy this pretty much just as little treats here, not necessarily to drink regularly and whatnot. So yeah, this is Nate. I'm going to enjoy this. Have a good one, guys.